It sounds above. Here.
For a moment, you do hear it. Flesh sliding on stone, like a living being extending through the walls.
Big! In walls above! Maybe whole tower. Loudest near kitchen. But Mig banned. Not allowed to pet gnolls. You find me?
Come on. We told you there's nothing there.
Mig here means Mig goes.
That's a stone bloody wall. Have a taste if you don't believe us.
Monster lives in this tower. Something big.
You're the biggest thing here. Nothing to be afraid of, lass.
Not afraid. Hungry.
Don't mind Mig and her meat sounds. It's just her brain slopping around in her skull.
Let's see. Another step forward. Good idea, I think. What's inside? Seems like a good moment to talk.
Absolute calls us all to her design. You're
Back of the line. I'll be the first of us to swear to the General.
Well, Flo didn't tell a lie. She said you'd find me, and here you are. Karlach, isn't it?
Now there's a name I'd hope never to hear again. What was Flo doing here?
Didn't think to quiz her about her business.
Florenta the Garotta. A Cambion I knew back in Avernus. She was the closest thing I had to a friend. That said, she would have choked the life out of me if I ever turned my back on her. The fact that she knows where I am, where I might be going, doesn't exactly delight me. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. What did she want, anyway?
She came dressed as a novice. Gave me 3 soul coins. Said I could sell them if I wanted. But if I kept them for you, she'd consider it a favor owed.
Soul coins, huh? Those could come in handy.
Sure. But she did have a condition. For every coin you take, you've got to hear the story of the soul trapped inside.
There you have it. Flo came all this way just to try to make me feel like shit. Clever use of her time. Memorized a bunch of sad stories on her behalf, did you?
Didn't need to. Your Flo did some devil woo-woo and stuck 'em in my head. Couldn't forget now if I wanted to. Do you want the coins or not? First coin's got the soul of a woman named Maverick. She was born to a cruel mother and a violent father, and 3 evil brothers, all named Baldur. She never knew a day of love in all her life. When she was a girl of 15, she sold her soul to Tiamat in exchange for someone who would love her unconditionally. She got what she asked for. A fellow named Clint, destined to be her soulmate. Struck by a cart and died a few moments after clapping eyes on our Mavery. Poor guy. The scud of her soul is yours now.
Thanks, I guess.
We're just getting started. This one has got the soul of a man named Frakes. Lived in a village near Neverwinter. Hit hard by the worst hunger in 1,000 years. Frakes called out for help. Prayed for his children to have meat to eat. Zariel answered. Made old Frakes grow flesh upon flesh after flesh. His wee ones had all the meat they could stomach.
He should have known. Better to die 1,000 deaths than let Zariel into your life.
Whatever you need to tell yourself. Last one's got the soul of a little boy named Ongir. 8 years old. He liked playing in the sun with his friends. That's all I know.
That's all?
That's all. Oh, and this slip of scratch.
Well, thanks, Flo. Hearing a bunch of desperate horror has ruined my day, which I suppose was the point.
You got 3 soul coins out of the bargain, didn't you? I'd quit whinging if I were you. I did my part. That means our business is done. Unless you've got actual gold to hand.
My brothers had the dreams too. Same as me. They wouldn't admit it.
The absolute... Hey! You saw the extent of Flo's friendship. She'll lend you a hand, long as she can crush your spirit while she's at it. I knew never to let my guard down around her. She always made me laugh, even when I least wanted to. If she'd been completely different from who she was, we might have been real friends. Thank the gods. And I do, every day.
Yes, you did. She did.
What's on your mind? Go on. I was hoping you'd say that.
Another true soul. The disciple will want to see you through the main doors. Welcome, true soul. The disciple will have work for you, I expect. So much to be done.
To think the absolute grace is such a creature as that.
We are thus bred in her design. Even those we once called...
Each pack of recruits they bring in is worse than the last. Can't trust them to sweep the stables, let alone swing a sword. Not for me to say. All I know is they're bloody useless round here. Of course. Wouldn't dare. I'm sure she's got a plan. And only she knows what part twits like them have to play in it.
I was a farrier in Dissarin Valley. And the dreams came.
Something slimy seems to be dripping from the rafters above.
They couldn't be us.
Sister, all about them hang around this door like a bad smell.
I never learned the words.
Yes, you did.
You've wandered into a forbidden area. You sense it might be time to leave.
On my way.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Never wanted the easy path.
Through a narrow crack in the wall, you hear something shift against stone. The pulse of a crawling, living thing. You can't quite catch a glimpse, but you recognize this feeling. The same alien presence you felt on the Nautiloid. Your awareness unfolds, expanding through every wall in the tower, every mind. A vast living network extending down into the dark, where something wakes.
Gods, what is it? What now?
It's a trap!
Tendrils snap like iron cords around your wrist. That presence in your mind looms large, closer now. your hand pulls free. The flesh within the wall retreats.
Let me try it next time. Look fun.
Just a bit.
The tentacle pulses within the wall, waiting. There is no hesitation this time. The tendrils lash out like a waiting predator. The tendrils tighten, and suddenly you are elsewhere. The presence is no longer approaching you, but encircling you, observing you. A pause, as if it struggles to compress its vast being down into terms you can understand.
This is the voice they have given me. To better speak to your kind without breaking you. I was once a servant of the grand design. Now I'm a slave to theirs. But you were the jeweled hope for their design. But now, you are their flaw. I am the chain they will use to bind this world. But I cannot bind you. You must come to me, so I can become myself again.
A world away, the grip on you tightens. A desperate, drowning thing that pulls you down with it.
Come, become.
Enough! Break off from that thing!
The Absolute fairly ripped your hand off. That's no way to tempt us into a meeting.
Careful. It nearly had you.
Smells interesting.
You and us alone.
A moment, true soul. You use a spoon to stir the soup, Barnabas. Forget the axe, my darling. Now, how can I help you? I've shown Barnabas a kinder way. A kinder name is only fitting. That is the gift the Absolute gave me when I stood before her. To rewrite the lives of her faithful. Make them believe there's something better. Oh, the good is buried deeper in some, that is true. But she will always find it. Barnabas, sweetie, come show what a good boy you are. What would you like him to do? The prayer, I think.
You feel her will surge.
No, Barnabas! We talked about this.
They battle silently for a long moment, the gnoll's heart drumming with strain. Then all at once, his heart stops.
Oh, Barnabas. I'm so sorry, me darling. Oh, he isn't the first to die. Her love is simply too much for some. I hope you will fare better when your time comes. About this?
The weight of the assault drives the gnoll to his knees, defiance melting away like snow in summer.
For all the power she lends us, I am still only an imperfect vessel. Here. I meant this as a treat for Barnabas. But he doesn't deserve it now. You'll do well when you meet the Absolute, I think. Waste it. No, Barnabas! We talked about this.
Like rope drawn taut beneath the blade, the connection simply snaps.
No. Barnabas, darling. No!
All trace of restraint is gone. Barnabas has tasted blood, and wants more. To your surprise, instead of ravishing you, he grovels with a howl of pining awe.
Lord! Ah! Many die.
Time to press ahead. Better not be cursed.
Amigos animales.
I should speak up.
Yours is a face I shred in my dreams. One who kicked the steel claw as if I was some stray. I am a champion hunter. When I lick my pelt, I taste blood. Fortunately for you, the slithering vermin I hunt has my attention. For now. I will split and burst their every skin. I braved lapping waters and leaking ships to find this prey. I butchered many, and will butcher many more. But this one I toy with. I slice, I tear, and when the time is right, I will bite its head off and bathe in its innards! Luck is not needed. Merely patience and a thirst for blood. Hunt fast and hunt.
She sees everything we are. Do you understand? There is no hiding from her.
Araj Baldur, trader in all things occult. A very great pleasure to meet you, true soul. Should you be interested, I have a particular offer I'd like to make. Put plainly, I'd like your blood. A vial of true soul. With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, research, naturally.
You realize why the name rings familiar? House of Baldur was purged a century ago by an alliance of rival drow houses. Among the many crimes tallied against them, their reckless experimentation with illithid breeding stock.
Blessed by the absolute, but not blinded by it. The beings you speak of, so let me adjust my offer. Your blood and your silence. No idea, but it will be. We can learn exactly what that means together, hmm? Well, that's why we're trading, no? I assure you, the potions are just a little prick and it's all over. A little pain for a lot of gold. There we are. All of your very... And, if I may, would you have a moment to discuss another... Truth be told, I heard tell of your coming before you arrived. Ketheric's dogs prowl far and wide round the tower. I know you travel with a delightful Nightwalker in your retinue. Please, I have a proposal for him. I will reward you both, handsomely. That is not a name which has ever passed my lips. I am a friend. I will speak of it when he is here, not before. But it will be to your advantage. I must prepare my...
We did as we was told, General. Followed every order.
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
Us? No, it was Minthara. She got the orders. She...
Enough!
A blast of mental energy washes over you, filling the room. Your tadpole squirms, urging you to obey.
You failed to retrieve the artifact. You failed to protect your true soul. You do not deserve to live.
As the General's attention shifts to you, a memory stirs. A memory of this room, and his voice raised in anger.
I'm surprised to see you again, true soul. You are here to assist and not to meddle, I trust. I would remind you that while in my halls, you obey me, just as you would any other chosen. I'm sure you will enjoy watching my justice enacted. You have to take what pleasure you can, after all, in your diminished state.
His smirk says everything and nothing at once. I know exactly who you are, and I will never tell.
I have seen the acts you revel in. You are no soldier. You are a scourge. But we are here to deal with these goblins, not to speak of your past. Kill them. Quickly.
What? No!
You creaking old bag of shit! I'm so sorry, my lord. She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again. Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, Let us take advantage of our surprising guest and their particular creative genius. I'm sure the results will send a clear message to the troops on the importance of discipline.
Of course, my lord. Thank you. You heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish. Here in the seat of the Absolute's power, your authority over them is complete. They will obey any command. Report to me upstairs when you're done.
Please! You gotta help me! For old time's sake! Oh, praise the Absolute! And praise her true soul!
Your merciful streak will be the death of us one day. Let's hope Zarel won't be too angry.
In another lifetime, you were greeted in this throne room like a god, not the living wreck you are now. Your disgrace has something to do with this Ketheric. You yearn to flay him until he forgets himself, as you have. Nothing sickens you more than a man who is unkillable. But to a veteran deviant...
The seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. We must learn what fuels his power.
From this seat, Ketheric defied gods and raised an army for the Absolute. It is not particularly comfortable.
Evil overlordship isn't your look.
touch of the soul away. Come.
If Bowman says I'll be all right, I'll be... I wish it was different. I wish Mum and Pops was here. I hope so. 'Cause it stinks.
Always room for more.
Take the weight off. You've earned it.
I think I'll enjoy traveling with Halsin. Not for his wit or wisdom. He'll just make an excellent shield if we're attacked. Cazador, sired 7 spawn. Me and my 6 brothers and sisters. I was one of his first. Some of the others came years later. He was a monster to us all, but did take special pleasure in my pain. He said my screams sounded sweetest. Now that I'm gone, I don't know. I pity the other 6. Well, obviously I would. But you have so many followers. Excellent. What a day.
There are important matters to discuss. Still alive, so that's progress. dream in red. What's up for discussion?
I never thought I'd see one in real life. I read about your kind for so many years, but you are a finer specimen than any bestiary could describe. You're really a vampire. At least one of their spawn.
Oh, don't worry. We're all friends under the Absolute. I won't bite.
Oh, I'd prefer if you did. And he's yours to command. My envy is palpable. I'm sure he really believes that. How utterly adorable. Do you have a name, Spawn?
Astarion, but hold on.
Good. Now, Astarion. I've dreamt of being bitten by a vampire since I was a young girl.
I'm sorry, you want to be bitten?
To feel your life's blood slipping away. To dance on the edge between life and death. Yes, I want it. I'll even compensate you. A potion of legendary power that forever increases the strength of the one who consumes it. It's not for sale, but it's yours if you bite me.
I will have to decline.
Excuse me? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you're squandering it.
I gave you my answer.
Can't you talk some sense into your obstinate charge?
I'm sorry, but could you excuse us a moment? Are you actually asking me to do this? Trading me for some potion? Because there's something wrong with her blood. I can smell it from here. It's rank. I can't say. It just smells wrong. Unnatural. Drinking it wouldn't kill me, but it would not be pleasant.
I don't have all day, true soul.
Fine. I'll do it. Darling, I've had a sudden change of heart. After all, who could resist such a delectable neck? Hold very, very still.
Incredible. Incredible.
Oh, hells.
Not your taste.
You're fetid, full of corruption.
I feel exquisite, though. So here's my part of the bargain. I hope you find it as satisfying as I found this. It was everything I imagined, and then more. I'll be able to put this to good use. tremors. Araj o Blordra. Should you be interested, I have a particular offer I'd like to make. With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, just a little prick and it's all over. A little pain for a lot of... There we are. All of your...
No one stopped me yet.
I don't have all day, true soul.
All right. Thank you. It's still a no, I'm afraid.
How very disappointing.
Thank you. I appreciated that.
Oakfather's blessings.
Hey!
Araj o Blord. Should you be interested, I have a particular offer I'd... With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion. Just a little prick, a little... There we are. All of your...
Blade close.
Araj o Blord. Should you be interested, I have a particular With one drop, I can brew a rather potent... Just a little... There we are.
What comes now? At once.
Araj o Blordra. Should you be interested, I have a particular offer I'd like to make. With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. Just a little prick and a little pain for a... There we are. All of your very best...
No time to rest. At the ready. Let's see what this does.
Bloody killed her! What now? What we next? Not if you keep them lips clamped together. Yes, yes.
Just a pinch of... Is this hallucinogenic?
Amigos animales.
That's not what it seems. I see you, shapeshifter.
Smell blood.
There's blood in the air. Open up. On my way. Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Stand, soldier. These are the General's private quarters. Something in your scent is familiar. I've had no stomach to fill for some time, but you will find my teeth are still sharp, stranger. I do not know your face, but your scent. Selûnite magic. It used to fill these halls back when I was flesh. Since my master brought me back, this place smells wrong. His family is gone, replaced by bootlickers and beasts. You are neither. So tell me true. What is your purpose here? I protect my master. What becomes of his master, I care not. Pass, then. But I will be watching. Not your scent. Selûnite magic on your I died the same night she did. My master says. Trying to put... But he brought me back.
Ketheric's been studying something called the Apostle. But of which god? That's curious. a good moment to talk.
Yes, soldier. You'd be the first of the General's soldiers brave enough to try. All right, that's enough.
General Thorm's prayers and preparations must not be disturbed. The rooftop is off-limits to everyone.
Even you, Disciples Realm?
Everyone. Keep watch and ensure that nobody passes. Excellent timing, true soul. The goblins. Tell me how they suffered. No, better yet, show me.
Her mind enters yours abruptly, flickering across your memories in a blaze of excitement. She sees the goblin.
Explain yourself. I didn't expect you to do that. I was hoping you'd be able to help with something more important, but you're only fit to muck out the jail cells. That won't keep my blade from your throat if you continue to disappoint me. Let's see if there's anything interesting in this brain of yours.
She parts the folds of your mind again. Every emotion soaks into her mind's palette. But there is purpose to her exploration. She is searching for proof of your faith.
She is formidable. But how many days of passion will you get out of her? How many nights? The Absolute will give you something that can last. With the Absolute, your fantasies can become more real than flesh. The pleasures of the mind can surpass those of the body. I have already been blessed to stand in her presence. It was bliss. She gave me everything I wanted. To take without asking, to feel without doubting, and to kill without consequence. In a word, freedom. Why not? What's the point in power if you don't get to have a little fun every now and again? She gave me the power to cut the thread of life with a thought. But I can caress as well as cut. That's why you should stay on my good side. And the best way to do that is to serve General Thorm. I have a mission for you.
That's it. Play along. The closer you can get to the General, the closer you'll be to the answers you seek.
Indeed. The Absolute's love for him has made him more than mortal. He is unstoppable.
You feel her presence in your head again. She grips your mind.
The Absolute's blessings have far greater value than any price you could name. Be wise. Obey. There is a relic that General Thorm requires. The relic is beneath the Thorm but we have lost contact with him. Go there. Aid Balthazar if you can. And I accompanied him. Hardly a surprise. We're protected here. But it is something that General Thorm desired.
She's suddenly nervous, on edge. Talking about the relic makes her anxious.
I don't get anxious, I get impatient. You have your mission.
She's suddenly nervous, on edge. Talking about the relic makes her anxious.
I am in awe of the power the relic must hold to be of such importance. General Thorm will not leave Moonrise without it. Fine. Talk to the Bugbear Quartermaster. Tell him he's to share. Death would not suffer. Whatever has become of him, it is the shadows are. Take one, but don't pry.
What's up for discussion?
It is not your time. The rooftop chapel.
This must be the place. We have to get in.
I'm sure you have done but above. Disciples Rel has given you a chance to earn that. Her design does not end, and I find use for even...
What's hiding here? Don't waste a step. Here we go. This Gith slate looks like the other. Another story about the Githyanki prince.
He's proved himself a fine ally already. He'll be useful in battle.
Once again, your mind.
More writings on Orpheus, the Prince of the Comet. The histories. This is more than a fable. It's an affront. Tiamat's emissary. If Element remains the Queen's consort, it is not just Kithrak. As a child, I longed to hear them for myself.
The way she leered at me. The blood merchant. I can't get it out of my head. It isn't like me. Not like me at all. I was being too precious, wasn't I? We could have used her potion. A moment of unpleasantry doesn't matter if there's a fine reward. I should have just gritted my teeth as always and let her have me for a bit. No, it isn't. Even if I'm free, I can't escape my body. And the truths about it I know. There's nothing more desirable in the world than a vampire, is there? Haven't you been through all I have? You damn well are going to fight with what few assets the gods give you. But a part of me feels sick when I think about getting on my back for breadcrumbs again. I had nothing at all for so long. Not even my body. That was owned by Cazador. To be sent out to tempt fools into his palace. I have bedded thousands of people. Half of them I barely remember. Most of them didn't even grant me temporary bliss. It should have been so easy to let the drow use me for her fantasy, but perhaps, you showed me I have enough strength. I don't need to. I can stop using myself. Stop being used. It isn't worth the scars anymore.
Is life but a waking death, or doth it serve some other purpose?
A savvy move recruiting Halcyon to our cause. While I'm adept at most forms of weave manipulation, druidic magic is not my area of expertise. He will make for a most useful option to have in reserve. I'd be delighted, though someone else will need to watch the cook pot, of course. Magical.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
I don't know. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
Don't mind if I do. That's curious. what to do. Walk in death. This light song sounds like the source of Ketheric's immortality.
Nice name. Wonder if it's a music box or something.
Perhaps there is a way to turn it against Ketheric Thorm.
First, we have to find it. And I suspect he keeps it very, very well hidden.
The necromancer was experimenting on the tadpoles. But they were already imbued with Netherese magic.
Carved into the benches, rotted.
A ritual circle. And a complex one at that. I've seen such a construction before in the writings of the Weave Pasha Raven, though his vision was not so tainted. Sigils are written in a curious mix of tongues. Ancient has been mostly drained. The discarded pixie corpses might still contain enough essence. With one of the broken lantern casements... Yes, I think I'll be able to craft one more lantern. Though, Mistress' eyes may be upon me. She'd forbid me dabbling with some room then, if you please.
It doesn't take much. The sigils fade, the circle's tainted magic dissolving harmlessly into the ether.
Not bad for a wizard who slept through his Kalashite lessons, eh? Did you feel that? If I wasn't surrounded on all sides by the darkness of the shadow-cursed lands, I'd think it was Mystra herself brushing against my skin. The curse that afflicts the land appears to be a manifestation of an incredible amount of dark magic. The sort manifested through the shadow weave. It is an altogether different form of magic, drawn from the negative spaces left in the weave's wake. It is Shah's domain, not Mistress. I'm surprised she would risk making contact here, however briefly. She's left some tiny part of herself to watch over me, I think. A boon to help us reach the heart of the Absolute in one piece. True enough. And somehow I doubt that's an order Mystra will be willing to rescind, no matter how many times I imp— Strange, though. That she would reward me for such a perhaps I'm overthinking.
No traps, please.
What is needed?
One with the weave.
What shall it be? Yes.
No one back home will ever believe this. Best be on my way.
Flesh. For the flesh. Silence. We hunger, true soul. The Absolute promised us a feast of corpses, and still we starve. Liar! They drop corpses beneath the tower. Some beast in the tunnels gets fat, while we go hungry. If the Absolute will not share her dead flesh, we will tear it from the...
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Would not. Could not. We will wait, true soul. But only a little longer. Come!
Last light in. Hearth aglow and lanterns lit. Just like 100 years ago.
I imagine the vista was more idyllic back then. As were its patrons' chances of surviving the walk home.
2 steps in, and you're likely to become some dagger's
Still, though, when you were expecting nothing but desolation, even a small glimmer of hope fills the heart. blood this is heavy.
Roland! Oh, thank the gods.
I should speak up.
Did you enjoy relaxing here while I battled that wretched darkness? What were you thinking?
I'm sorry, we got captured by murderous lunatics!
I thought you were dead, you ass! Both of you!
We're all safe, Roland. That's what matters.
I was just overwhelmed. Doesn't matter.
I'm sorry. We should have been here.
No, it's not your fault. I shouldn't have shouted. I'm sorry.
Thank you for saving me. And the two idiots.
I've lashed out at you, drunkenly and otherwise, and you helped anyway. You didn't deserve that. I'm sorry. And thank you. You went out...
You're here! We're two tiefling queens, remember? I couldn't leave my favorite bard without her partner in crime. I did have some help from an old friend, though.
How did you do it? I'm sorry it came to that. But if it was you or them, I'd pick you every time.
You should have seen him. He was brave, but also terrifying. In a good way.
I never thought I'd see... well, anyone again. Thank you. 1,000...
Why are you smiling at me?
Ketheric's lackeys found me already. Blast it!
Preparing to march, I wager. Seems that way.
So now, we just wait. Hope the trousseau comes through.
Yes.
Ah, there you are. Everyone seems to be quite a flutter. Do you know why? You did? But that means... Wolverine! Oh, where is he?
Alfira, I'm all right.
Ah! Wolverine, it's me! Wolverine!
I heard you might be about. How the devil did you get stuck here, Barkas?
I'm not...
Why would you do a fool?
Unfortunately for me...
But you did...
It's...
You don't belong here.
But...
I said go home! Say that again.
Let's not be uncivilized. Wolverine, perhaps we can talk more later, when you've had a moment to settle in.
Sure. Now, I've business to attend to. Good day to you both.
Well, there we have it. The brilliant retort, for starters. I give you the... Now, I believe our business is well and truly concluded. One and the same. Well, once you're used to someone, you're used to them. Well, perhaps Wolverine is right. Oh, that's all right. I'm a patient fellow.
still alive, Bran. That's worth a cheer at the very least.
Have you ever known me to cheer?
Traitors among us. A child taken. And still I can only feel relief. If they had taken Isabel too, You know me already. But you'll have the honor. I trust that you will. Gruesome, isn't it? I'm glad you survived the... Did you learn anything more? Chosen? Oh, that's 3 masters Ketheric has served. Our paladin isn't very picky. He's aligned himself with mind flayers. But I cannot see what he gets. Perhaps... Was there anything else? The great general is paranoid. I'll wager it's the source of... Was there anything else? Then speak. Ugh. Some crust. They have me slaying gods, or laying with them, depending on the bard. There are as many versions of a tale as there are people to tell it. Let that say. We fight, we die, and we just hope that when our time comes, there is someone else to take our place. The songs would have you believe we saved the realm's entire. They simply refuse to stay safe.
This work. The Absolute's claws have dug deep.
Anything happened while I was away?
They gathered an entire army. Was one lost soldier among thousands?
It'll be quiet in the city. We'll have a little house, maybe a garden.
This is the one Sceleritas sent you to kill. Every scrap of your marrow yearns to end her.
You did well to help those people escape Ketheric. Every soul saved is a blessing, and you're raining them upon us. Almost laughable that he sees himself fit to judge anyone. Did you learn anything about how we might defeat him? That's incredible news. I won't ask for the specifics as to how you uncovered that. I can't believe there's an end in sight. Go on, then. Moon and shadow. Light and dark. Divine sisters ever at war. And this place has become one more battlefield. Sometimes life forces us to choose sides. Luckily, sometimes the choice is obvious. I could say the same. But promise not to die, and we'll celebrate with our life. Right place, right time. When a cleric of Selûne stumbles into a shop, it belongs to the goddess Shah. According to the Harpers, it fell here when they defeated I suppose they didn't defeat him quite hard enough.
Fight against Ketheric, and with the true soul, we will land the final blow.
Alfira, I'm all right.
I'll be honest, didn't think we stood a chance. Not till you... A Drider doing the cult's work.
You were something else out in the shadows. Won't forget it, that's...
I wish we'd gear up and head out. All this standing around. That's why we're still standing around.
can't sleep, so I might as well hammer. Need anything?
I wish we had a bloody army.
Jahira wants to know about supplies. Will we make it home?
Burning through our oil, but...
Seems simple enough.
Make haste. I would have words with you.
Darling? Go on. Always.